Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kitchen Chat TV on the road. I'm Margaret McSweeney, your host, here at the New York Times Travel Show in New York City, visiting Costa Rica, and I'm so excited for you to sample the deliciousness of this great country. I'm here with Alfredo. Welcome to New York.
Margaret, thank you.
And he is the culinary visionary of Costa Rica. I would love to hear about the food scene and how you really have brought it on the world stage.
Well, Costa Rica, we say pura vida.
Yes.
So,
And for those listeners, if you could explain what pura vida means.
pura vida is a lifestyle, meaning pure life.
Yes.
So, we have, you see here, all the wellness, sustainability, and we have integrated that into our life.
Yes.
And food, obviously, is so important for us. And tradition, but also innovation. And when we talk about innovation, we talk about bringing new techniques from the world using local products, meaning less sustainability.
Yes.
In a nutshell, no?
And that is a key word, sustainability. And I love that you say in a nutshell, because really that's where it begins. All of the edible plants and seeds in Costa Rica.
We have, there's in Bio is a biological institute, a botanical institute, that have made a study, which we were inspired by this study. 106 edible plants from 800 edible, but 106 that we know actually we can eat. So now we're bringing that into the table and creating new dishes. Plants that even for Costa Ricans, you see, we have three great influences in our history. One influence comes from the north, meaning the Aztecs, the Nahuatl culture, native. And then we have the Spaniards. Mm-hmm. And then more recently we have the Caribbean, from influence from Jamaica. So now what we're doing is studying all the different the history of our gastronomy, our food, and then making new dishes, but also tradition for us is very important. So we're studying also the traditional dishes to really understand where are we coming from, where are we standing right now, and then where do we have to go?
Yes, yes. And so what are some of the traditional dishes in Costa Rica?
Well, you have traditional dishes in all Central America that have basically very, very similar. But we have one that there's no other place in the world. It's called the picadillo. With these small cuts of vegetables, all minced together, and that is very traditional, maybe with a tortilla, and that's very ours, traditional. Then you have other dishes like arroz con pollo, which is a kind of paella, and then you have like a soup pot, also from the Spaniards, from the colonial times, that we call carne. It's olla de carne. So you have gallo pinto. It's very famous, which is rice and beans. But gallo pinto also you see it in other countries in Central America. So there are more dishes made out of corn, for example, that because, a globalization brings another type of food, and then those dishes, then they stop to being prepared. Yeah. So now we're trying to bring them back. They have not disappeared. Maybe in the cities, yes, but not in the outskirts of the city, not in the rural areas. So we're now revitalizing all that food and bringing it into the table, but also stimulating the young chefs.
Yeah.
So we have restaurants, we have festivals. Now all this food is coming out again.
And I love that, because you really are. Costa Rica is truly on the cutting edge of all the trends in the culinary world, because you talk about sustainability, you talk about artisanal, bringing back the lost arts of the culinary arts within the country.
What happened now is that 5 years ago, I envisioned a plan. And that plan, I call it at that time the National Plan for Sustainable and Healthy Gastronomy, or food. And I presented to other key players like the Restaurant Chamber of Costa Rica, La Cámara Costarricense de Restaurantes in Spanish. And, well, the fact is now the government declared it by decree of national interest last year. Officially, it is. And this is an achievement because it's the first time a country as a whole, all the organizations, all the Ministry of Health, Labor, Economy, universities, chambers, associations, we are all together for the first time talking about food. Because you see here, we have wellness, we have adventure, we have other part of the product of Costa Rica that has been very well known, but food now it is integrated into that recipe.
I love that, the recipe of Costa Rica, and also included in that recipe, of course, chocolate. Can you share with the listeners and viewers why Costa Rican chocolate is so special?
Well, we have chocolate. It's come from Central America. Chocolate. It's the word come from chocolate, and it's a Nahuatl native language of our natives. Come from all Central America, from Mexico down. And the chocolate, we have organic chocolate. There's Cebu, and it's a friend of ours that is here right now, George Soriano, that has his factory of chocolate. He's making organic chocolate that he buys from the native plantations in the rural areas, and then he makes this special, authentic, organic chocolate.
Yes, and actually, listeners and viewers, I sampled this Costa Rican chocolate. It is delicious, and make sure you go to Kitchenchat.info and you'll see a picture of the cacao bean and being opened. It's just, I'd never seen this huge cacao bean up close and personal.
Yeah, it is amazing. And the other innovative, we have a lavandola, which I want to show you.
Yes, because coffee is another very important part of Costa Rica.
This is a pot made of clay. This is a vitrified clay at 110 centigrades of temperature. So it's very hard. It holds a lot of temperature. You see this little hole here?
Yes.
Okay, this is what makes it different and unique in the world. This is gonna revolutionize the coffee making system, because this will provide oxygen to the final product, and so it will open the coffee, make it smooth and even sweeter. So you drink the coffee here and you don't need sugar. And this is made by a Costa Rican. It has been patented minor. It has been patented last year, as a matter of fact.
This is great. So I'll make sure everyone has a photo of this too. And is there a link? Is it for purchase yet in the United States?
Well, I can give it to you later, and so maybe I don't have it right now here.
Oh, sure.
This is called lavandola.
Lavandola.
Bandola, yes.
Okay.
It is being used right now in different countries around the world, Italy, Israel, and some parts of Europe, and also United States. Has been people using it already.
I love this about Costa Rica. Before coming here to the New York Times travel show, I had no idea about your richness in culinary history and the culture and the wellness and the sustainability and all of the great adventures in Costa Rica as well. Can you share a highlight?
Well, adventure, yes. What is happening now, we're organizing what we call gastronomic tours in different parts of the country. So we're visiting the farms, and we're organizing at the same time dinners, tastings, and then farm to table sustainability. The other thing that is happening in Costa Rica are food festivals.
That's always fun.
Yes. And they started last year, as a matter of fact. Events that gather 15,000 to 40,000 people. We have one in the next 2 months.
Well, I'll make sure we put a link to the food festival in Costa Rica as well.
Yes, we are cordially invited.
Oh, how fun. Well, thank you, Alfredo.
You're welcome, Margaret.
Oh, such a delight to meet the culinary visionary of Costa Rica and learning about the wonderful movements there within the sustainability and the things going on with coffee and chocolate and all of the traditional foods and the young chefs getting involved. And make sure you visit Costa Rica. That is now on my bucket list of places.
So we're waiting for you.
Well, thank you so much, Alfredo. And thank you, dear foodie friends, for tuning in for the fun. And I'll make sure I have links and photos for this fun adventure here at the New York Times Travel Show. And always remember to take a moment and savor the day.